Looking live.
We are live.
Oh.
So, how's it going, Shay?
It's going good. It's going good. Feeling good. Worked a lot over the weekend. Ready to get on the podcast. Do some UFC fight talk.
How many hours did you work this weekend?
Don't know. Couldn't tell you. Too many to count is all I know.
Yeah.
I know at one point it was like 32 or 40 hours I worked.
Did you work a couple doubles?
Couple doubles. Too many.
What's a double? 16 hours?
Yeah.
Nice.
16 hours. Not nice.
Was it just a lot of people take off for the holiday?
Yeah. It's a free day. Take off on a holiday.
Yeah, so I guess a happy late 4th of July. I guess Shay's celebrating tonight America's independence because you had to work all weekend.
That's true.
But it's an important job. So
let's just cheers to the 4th of July.
Yeah, cheers. On that note,
what are we drinking tonight?
I'm going to switch to the American honey.
We're staying on the American honey tonight. I asked him, I said, what do you want me to bring? American honey. I said, I should have known.
Wild turkey American honey.
I should have known.
It's good.
It is good. It's kind of hard to beat. It's hard to beat.
I love it. Especially the way you have it chilled.
Yeah, just right fresh out the freezer.
Right. As you can see, we have a little bit of a change of the set. Not too much. Floating shelf, a couple glasses, some bottles, Knob Creek and Woodford Reserve up there. I don't know. I get obsessed with changing stuff.
I feel like you do. It's every episode we've changed something, some aspect.
Yeah. Got a little boom arm here for the mic. You guys don't care about that.
I mean, we can get into fight talk.
Yeah, let's do it. So, what a big card coming up this weekend.
And I mean, like, I feel like we have to start up. Usually we don't start with the main, but I feel like we have to because it just changed. It literally changed on us.
Yeah.
Since we did the last podcast, just 5 days ago, it changed.
I think it changed for the better.
I agree. I was listening to DC and Helwani.
Yeah.
And Ariel thinks that with Masvidal being in this, that's going to generate 500,000 more buys.
Wow.
DC said that's a lot. I don't know. He said that's been the benchmark is about 500,000. He said he thinks that's a lot. DC is going with 300,000.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a lot. For one person?
Right. Yeah, just one guy.
One person.
If you haven't figured it out yet, we're talking about the main card this weekend, UFC 251, right?
Yeah, in the main event.
And it was going to be Gilbert Burns versus Kamaru Usman for the title, Kamaru being the title holder.
Yep.
But Gilbert Burns came down with the coronavirus, unfortunately.
Yep.
But there was sunshine at the end of the tunnel because Jorge Masvidal was ready to go, and he's going to be fighting. So we're excited to see him get back into the ring. I think that he's going to be giving it all he's got because how long do you think he's had training for this? I mean, I guess maybe he was set up a little bit.
I would say technically 6 days, technically. But I would say if you're a fighter that's title contender and you're like right there, you have to know with how – I don't want to say fluky this virus has been, but where people test positive all the time, have to know to be in shape and be ready because anything could happen. God, please don't let it happen. But I mean, any one of these fighters could test positive from now to then and then be yanked.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen to anybody else. It's really sad to see Burns not make it, but I'm sure that he'll still get his title shot in the future. This wasn't his fault.
No, there's nothing he could do about it,
Yeah.
It's tough. And I was surprised to see Masvidal came out at like a plus 290 underdog. And then I was telling people, I was like, if you want Masvidal, put your money on him now. Because I think a lot of money will go on him. And then, it'll go down.
Yeah.
I was wrong. It went up to plus 300.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
even a worse underdog now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it keeps moving, and I was like, wow, people really must be putting it on Usman, which I don't blame, but,
They think it's just going to go to the ground?
That's what I was thinking, but Nate tried to take him to the ground, and Nate couldn't get him to the ground. I know it's different, because Nate is like jiu-jitsu, Usman is more wrestling.
Right.
So it's completely different, but still, someone as high level as Nate couldn't take him down. if he has good takedown defense, we might see a banger. This
Yeah.
might be a banger. And you know, like, some of your best fights, some of your best moments have been people coming off on short notice. You have Anderson Silva, who lost the belt to Weidman, and that was short notice. You have Bisping, who beat your boy, Pretty Boy Rockhold, off a short notice. I mean, like, these guys, I mean, it's done a lot.
Yeah.
It's done. Connor lost on short notice with Nate. It happens.
Yeah. These are big fights, man. I wonder what the numbers would be if they were, this is what I was thinking about the other day, if they were to promote and had time to get Masvidal and Usman out there and market it. And I just wonder how much more money they would have made, or if people are going to buy in just because of the surprise factor.
I don't want to like celebrate Burns' like downfall with this, but it couldn't have happened at a better time for Masvidal, in my opinion, because over the weekend was what? The 1 year anniversary of him KOing Ben Askren.
Right.
So that was all over social media, like ESPN. It was all over my Twitter feed, Instagram feed. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, Masvidal's signing up to fight for the belt.
Yeah.
It really couldn't have happened at a better time for him. And in my opinion, this is a win-win.
Yeah.
This is a win-win for Masvidal. If he loses, well, he only had 6 days to prepare. What do you expect out of him?
Yeah.
If he wins, my God, he only had 6 days to prepare, and he just beat the world champion.
And he still has the BMF belt and all that.
I don't care about that.
Hey, it means something.
I don't care about that.
The other thing to remember too is Usman is not ready for Masvidal. I mean, he was training for a different fighter.
For Burns, yeah.
How different are they? How different is Burns compared to Masvidal? I'm familiar with Masvidal, not so much Burns.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that it's like a super. It's not like one style like here, like way over here, and another style way over here.
Yeah, they all have different skill sets and various.
But it's not like a super big jump in styles. But I think the thing that you can't like account for with Masvidal is he's unpredictable.
Dynamic, He's
just wild. He is wild. He might come out and just throw some kick in the beginning or a knee, or you never know.
Right.
With Masvidal. So I think it's just he's not predictable at all.
Yeah.
You don't know what's coming.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing that was running through my mind was.
But you can't prepare for that anyways, even if you have a full camp.
Right.
I mean, you can't really prepare for that.
Yeah, you can't prepare for. I mean, you can prepare for a flying knee, but not if you don't know it's coming.
Right. You know? I mean, I don't think he'll do that, but I think he'll do some wild stuff.
What if he
just
did?
Weird.
What if he did?
Well, he faked it against Nate. Like he started running and then stopped and started laughing.
I could see Usman coming out and shooting on him. I could see him doing the same thing.
I don't. No, because so the only reason I say that is because Masvidal. Who was it against? Y'all might torch me on this one. I think it was it Wonder? It was Till.
Yeah,
it was
Darren
Till.
Yeah.
He ran across first round and threw a kick, but it was a low blow. Like right out the jump. Exactly how he did with Askren.
Yeah.
But it was a low blow. I'm pretty sure it was Till.
I'd love to see him try it again.
Just something wild.
Just to see.
Well, you know what? I think he could, depending on how confident he is on the ground against Usman. Usman's a different beast on the ground.
Yeah.
You don't want to get on the ground with Usman.
No, I'm scared of him being on the ground.
That's
he stood really well against Woodley.
And
he dominated.
He took him down so quick, though. It was just. I think Woodley. I don't want to talk about Woodley. He stood really well with Colby. Yeah. And I was impressed with that. I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, I mean, Usman's he's no joke on his feet too. So
he has power. He has a lot of power.
He's a big guy.
He has power. I don't know how technical Usman is standing, but the power is there.
So who do you have?
Man, I had been saying Usman has this fight probably 9 out of 10 times, and on the 10th time, Masvidal probably wins on a crazy knockout. But when I saw Masvidal board the plane in that crazy outfit attire he had on, I was like, this guy can't lose. This guy can't lose. If he's that confident, man, give me the upset. Give me Masvidal, and then you know what I'm crying for after that? We want Conor Masvidal for the 170 strap. That's what I'm calling. That's what I'm calling, baby.
That'd be great. That would be amazing. I would bet on Usman. I'm rooting for Masvidal.
Okay, so you got Usman winning that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me Masvidal.
If there
Man. I'm
was
on the
some-
train.
Oh, I'm rooting for him
Choo,
hard
choo.
because
I'm on it.
I'm a big fan. Yeah, and this is we just passed the anniversary of Ben Askren getting knocked out. Did you see his tweets?
Yes.
I feel bad for him.
He embraces it though.
He does.
You gotta love.
yeah.
If it was anybody else, it would be like.
Did you hear him? He said, "Suck it, Hawani."
I love Ben, man. I love Ben. I wish he could do like an actual gig with the UFC, like commentating or something.
I like him
think
doing
that
his
would be
own
fun.
thing, dude. I'd
I
rather
do
him do
too, but
that.
I want to see him more. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I
I
want
do
to see him
too.
more.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
He's got a lot out there, though. It's pretty funny.
If y'all are betting, I don't take my word on the Masvidal. This is that's what I want, and I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. You know what? Put it all on Masvidal.
All of it. You're the only one here that actually bets.
Yeah. I'm probably going to stay away from it this week because there's a lot of fights that I like. Like I really like a lot of fights, but like usually when I get this feeling and I like a lot of them, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not. I'm gonna stay away from it.
Right.
I'm gonna stay away.
So who's the co-main event?
This is the one I want to throw the money on. This is the one I want to throw the money on. You got my boy Max Blessed Holloway against Alexander Volkanovski, and Max lost to him last time. Max lost to him. But it wasn't like a bad loss. He just got outpointed. He got outkicked. That's literally all it was. He got outkicked.
Right.
Max is the underdog. He's the underdog.
You know the numbers?
Max, the last time I looked, I think it was like it was plus 170 or plus 175. Somewhere in that range is what it was.
Yeah.
It shifts.
Not as bad as Masvidal.
No, not that. But still, that's big. I mean, for a former champion like that, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
And especially how close the fight was last time. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. I think if you want like your best bang for your buck money pick, that's it.
You think it's going to go off of 5 rounds?
It did last time. I could easily see it going all 5 again and being just a great fight once again.
Yeah.
I don't see why it wouldn't go 5. I think the only way it does, Max probably isn't getting knocked out unless it's just a crazy clean shot.
Right.
I probably got it going all 5. Give it decision. I think Max wins it probably 4-1, maybe 3-2.
4-1.
Or maybe 3-2, but I think 4-1 will be.
Yeah.
I got faith in Max in this one, but that's a tough one to me. That's a tough call.
Did you say how Masvidal Usman would end? Did you guess how that would end?
Oh, Masvidal's got to knock him out. If Masvidal is going to win, he has to knock him out.
You don't think he wins by decision?
Nah. You know what? He could if Usman's eating shots. If Usman, so my whole thing is like,
I don't see him doing that.
I don't think,
and his stamina's insane.
Yeah,
Usman is a monster.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see Masvidal, but then again,
What's on?
Yeah, pour me some, man. Then again, I'm sitting here talking all that mess, and then you'd say like Nate Diaz wouldn't get knocked out by Masvidal, which he did not, but it was a doctor stoppage.
That fight was a lot more one-sided than I expected it to be.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I'm every time I watch Masvidal fight, I'm impressed.
It's like he's getting better. It's like fine wine. He's getting better like the older he gets.
Yeah, it's true.
It's amazing.
It is true.
I'm very amazed with him.
Yeah, I mean he's got a solid team there, an American top team too.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, we'll see. I'm hopeful Masvidal wins. He's an OG of the game.
Yeah.
So who do you got? You got Max, or what are we going with here?
I don't know if it goes all 5 rounds. I mean, I think
it will.
It's kind
It
of not
definitely won't be a
fair.
submission.
Not fair for me to give my pick because I'm not as familiar with Volkanovski.
He's a beast.
Is he more of a technical fighter, more of a power guy, or what?
He definitely has power. He has power.
Yeah.
But like I said, the last fight he beat Max, it was with leg kicks.
Yeah.
Max is prepared for that now.
Right.
Max is going to check those.
So we're not really sure what's going to happen.
I got Max checking all those leg kicks.
Yeah.
It's not going to work like that this time. It's just not.
I'll go with Max, but like I said, I'm not an expert, so
all right, well, we'll move on to the next one. We got Peter Yan, who's been moving up through the ranks.
I've seen him fight.
Fire. Man's been on fire. I was never too huge on him, but he's kind of made me a believer. It is what it is. And then you got arguably the greatest 145er down to 135 in Jose Aldo. Aldo's the the underdog in this one.
It's a giant card, man. There's
This
so
is-
many big
this is a
names.
stat card.
So
stat
you
card.
said Aldo's a favorite.
No, Aldo's the underdog.
Oh, really?
Aldo's the underdog. And Peter
Is he
Yan's
coming
favorite.
off some losses?
Well, okay, so this last fight, Aldo he lost, but it was really controversial. A lot of people said Aldo won it, so up in the air.
Do you remember who it was?
I think it was Marlon Moraes.
Oh, Moraes. Okay.
Let me check just to make sure.
Yeah.
Let me check because
Yeah, let's do a little fact check.
let's do a little
Fact check segment, baby.
Let me do a little fact check on myself because I'm usually right. I'd like to say 100% of the time
Yeah.
I'm right, but
Yeah.
and I'm right.
Marlon Moraes.
Yeah,
Okay. Then it
by
was
decision.
controversial. Huh.
Yeah, it was controversial. 3-round fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people said Aldo won 2. Most people said Aldo won 2. It was one of those fights. I remember it perfectly. I thought it was very close, and I was kind of okay with it either way. It was just one of those. It's a bang bang toss up decision.
Right.
You hate those, but if you don't want to go into that, finish them.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. You know, it's in your control.
Right.
Finish the fight.
And our fourth fight, it's the
We
ladies,
didn't do
right?
any picks.
Yeah. Jan or
Yeah, Peter Yan or Jose Aldo. Which one are we going with?
I'm
here?
going with Aldo, but I think Aldo's hungry. He's experienced. Jan's still coming up. I think that Jan doesn't pull this one off.
This one's tough because my heart, I want to go with Aldo.
Yeah.
I love Aldo.
He's a likable guy.
He's an old school. I mean, he's old school. We
Yeah.
watched him for a long time. Aldo's the underdog. If I was to put money on, I'm putting money on Aldo because he's the underdog. That's money. Yeah, give me Aldo.
All right.
Give me Aldo.
Sounds good. How do you think it's going to end? All 3 rounds? Or is it 5?
That's all. It's 5.
5
It's
rounds?
Championship. That's championship round.
Oh, wow.
That's championship. You switching your. You switching.
5 rounds? What do you think? All 5 rounds?
I think Aldo gets technical with him. I think Aldo probably gets him to the ground and either
Yeah.
gets a TKO stoppage or he's going to get him in like a rear naked choke because he's going to be working him on the ground. Jan's going to give him the back. Aldo might get like a rear naked choke. So it's either going to be that or a TKO on the ground.
So submission or TKO? It's not going to go
on
to
the
decision.
ground for sure. Like Aldo's not going to knock him out clean, I don't think. And I don't see this going to decision. I think it could, but I think either way, this one's probably a finish. Like on either side, I think it's a
Gotcha.
finish.
Okay. Cool.
Next fight's a big one.
Is the next one Rose?
Yeah, next one's Rose. Man, I'm so glad to see Rose back because
Yeah.
her motivation to fight hadn't really been there, and she had kind of announced that. And like what I didn't like about Rose, and I love her to death, she's such a sweetheart. She's just one of those people you can't hate. Such a sweetheart, so nice. And like she said, when she lost the title, it was like a big weight had been lifted off her shoulders, and I was like, I don't like hearing that.
Complacency, right?
Like, well, it wasn't even complacency. It's like she was just like, you don't understand like what it's like to have the belt and have everyone coming for you. And it's just like a big weight was off her shoulders. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't really like that. Like, at least to be said, I don't. I mean, I guess it's kind of nice to hear a new take on it because you don't ever hear something like that. So I guess it's kind of nice in one sense, but then again, you don't want to hear that from a fighter. I feel like.
Yeah.
And she didn't really know if she wanted to fight anymore. And then now to see her back against the girl who beat her, that's big. It's big.
Yeah, I think
Against Jessica Andrade.
if there's anything that'll rekindle that fire, it's going against the person who
Well,
made you
and
fail.
here's the thing, and Rose was beating her. Rose was
Yeah.
beating her, and she, she just got slammed, and that could have been bad. Her neck looked like it went. Her neck could have been snapped, and when she got slammed, it looked bad, but it was pretty much it was a knockout, pretty much done after that. I think I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is like the toughest one to pick for me because like I think it depends on how Rose comes out. I think if Rose comes out like she had before, it's gonna be fine. If she comes out nervous and like because this is her first fight back, then she probably loses. If
But
she
she's
comes
going
out
against
nervous.
somebody she fought before. She has all the motivation in the world to beat her.
I hope.
I mean, I think
hope.
I think that fire is going to be inside of her.
I mean,
If it's not, then she should just retire.
if either one of whoever wins this will get the title shot.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This is going to be for the number one contender spot.
Right. She has every reason in the world to come in
Yeah,
hot.
I know, but her motivation, like her willpower and everything, what she's thinking, I don't know.
It's too unpredictable.
It's unpredictable. And like I said, if she comes out motivated and ready and not nervous, she wins. If she comes out nervous, and you'll probably be able to tell early,
Yeah.
she's going to lose.
Yeah, and there's a lot of variables going on right now with the virus and everything
Which we
else.
talked about
who
last
knows is
time,
messing with could be messing with her head. So hopefully that's not the
So who you
case.
picking?
I mean, I'm gonna go with Rose because I want to root for her.
I want to
But-
root for Rose too, and you know what? I think I'm going to pick Rose.
Yeah.
I think I'm picking Rose, and I can't remember if she was the dog or the favorite. It was close.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was the dog. She might have been the favorite. Either way, that one was close. I remember.
Think it goes every round.
I think Rose wins by TKO or knockout. Either or, knockout or TKO.
Yeah, I want to see her finish the fight.
I think she'll finish it. Rose will definitely. That's only 3 rounds though,
Mm-hmm.
but I think she finishes it.
Yeah.
I hope she. Either way, I think that if there was a fight I was to pick that's going to be a finish, it's probably that one.
Really, out
Probably
of all of them.
If I had to pick one that I thought for sure would be a finish, probably be that one. Unless Rose comes out very timid and is not real and is like avoiding. That's
Right.
the only way I would say no. I don't know. Masvidal Usman might. I don't know. That one might be a wrap too.
It's gonna take a heck of a hit to knock Usman out.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So then our last one, we have another girl fight, which we kind of
Is this on the main card?
yeah. This is the main card. This is the one we kind of spoke on last week with Paige Van Zant. What in the world was that? What a beep.
Just a notification.
Oh, okay.
Adobe Creative Cloud. We're all good.
So we have Paige Van Zant and Amanda. I guess Rebus. I've heard it pronounced a bunch of different ways.
Rabus.
Rabus.
We've heard all of them.
I've heard a bunch of different ways to pronounce her name. She's up and coming, and this is the biggest underdog on the card in Paige Van Zant. She was at plus 600,
What?
and I don't know why. Amanda's a good fighter. I don't know about plus 600 on Paige. That's kind of wild to me. The last time I looked, it was plus 600. It fluctuates. I don't know. I think Paige has a lot to prove in this one. This is her last fight on her contract. She seems very hungry. This could be her last fight in the UFC.
Yeah.
Why would she want to go out?
Like you said, she might switch.
she might switch
to Bellator,
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Yeah, to Bellator. So I can't see her. You're not going to have as much leverage if you just lost a fight. You're not going to have that much leverage. I don't.
What weight class are they?
That Paige moved
They
up to
125?
125. Yeah,
Okay,
she
yeah.
moved up to 125. She was doing 115, and she said it was too hard on her body. Which I feel like women's bodies are probably a little bit more unforgiving.
Harder to
than
gain
men.
and lose for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit more unforgiving.
Yeah.
Paige is a big underdog. I mean, Amanda's a beast, and she's American top team.
Amanda is.
Yeah. That's scary.
I think Paige is going to lose.
You got Paige losing?
Yeah.
That's the best bang for the buck there.
You think she'll still be? Do you think she'll lose bad enough to where she won't be pretty enough for pictures after?
No, that won't happen. That won't happen at all. Man, you know what? I think I'm going Paige. She has too much to lose.
True fan.
She has too much to lose, man.
Right.
In her fighting career, she has too much to lose. She, like I said, her money doesn't matter. She's got the money. If she loses, what leverage does she have?
Yeah.
She's been kind of like a subpar fighter. She started out hot in her career, and then it's kind of like win, loss, injury, win, injury, loss. Like, I mean, it's her
Right.
career's been up and down, and injuries have riddled her whole career.
Right. I really love how we get into these predictions and we talk a little bit about the styles. We talk about skill. We talk about ability and things like that. But a lot of our predictions are based on what are the fighters fighting for? What is their motivation? What is their state of mind? What's going on in their life? And I think that's really interesting to think about because we are all living life and fighting for something. And like we said last week, if there's anything that you guys are fighting for right now and want to share it, that would be a great thing for us to have you share with us so we could cheers it and shout it out. So what are you fighting for? But like you said, Paige Van Zant, she's got something to fight for right here.
There's a lot on the line. And you know, like you were saying that, I feel like out of a lot of the stuff I listen to, and I listen to a lot of UFC stuff, people don't talk about that kind of stuff. They really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
and what a giant thing it is to miss, you know?
Yeah.
They do documentaries.
Possibly the most important thing.
They catch some of it, but they don't intentionally catch it. With the vlogs and the documentaries, since the UFC's joined with ESPN, they've gotten a little bit better at capturing the lives of the fighters. But so many of these fighters are so skilled and brilliant in so many different ways. You're missing out a lot on their personalities and their lives and the passion they have for the sport and for their families and for the other things that they're fighting for. Yeah. So I think it's just kind of a cool concept to think about.
It is, for sure. Yeah. I mean, and like I said, I don't really feel like anybody brings it up. I mean, like, you might hear, like, this is the last fight on her contract. What is she going to do next? Like, that, it's not like, this is a big fight. This is her last fight.
It's business, entertainment, business. Like, yeah. So cool. Maybe we'll be the ones to touch on that.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll get an interview one day.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely good prelims. We won't go into that, but make sure, like, if you can watch this card, do it. Right. This is the biggest card of the year, and it got bigger with Masvidal.
Way bigger.
Way bigger. Like I told him before, you know, that Ariel Helwani predicted like 500,000 more buys. DC he said like 300,000 more buys. I mean, that is nuts. Yeah. That is nuts.
I wonder what the number was because Masvidal was recently complaining about money. And then what kind of leverage do you need for a title, for a top contender to go down? Leverage. It's like, that's the perfect scenario for him.
Like, there's 6 days. Well, pay up. You know what I mean? Like, that was perfect for him.
6 days to prepare for Usman? Yeah. Oh, my God.
I'm pretty sure it was 6. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 6.
He's such a monster.
I mean, you got to think, well, what can you do in a week? You can't do anything. You can't train hard on the last week.
No, you can't.
Are you kidding me?
You'll blow yourself out. Yeah.
You got to drop weight. You ain't training that last week.
I'd love to just be a fly on the wall right now. Right now.
What is Masvidal doing?
What is Masvidal doing right now? What do you think that is?
That man's probably spending all that money. He's spending all that money. You don't care.
I mean, like you said, it's kind of a win-win. If he loses this fight,
it's a win-win.
He doesn't lose his name. He doesn't lose his recognition. He doesn't lose his BMF belt. There will still be a fight for that. You know, he has everything going for him right now.
If anything, if it's a close fight, they're going to say, suit up again.
If
you
anything,
have a full training camp.
The guy who got screwed the most probably is Usman because he could have benefited a lot with having promotion with Masvidal on a card to get his name out there.
Yeah. But I will say, I disagree with that in the sense of if you're Usman, grab this opportunity and run with it.
But will he do that?
You have like a top 5, maybe top 3 biggest name in the UFC. Go out there and dominate him. Yeah. Go out there and dominate. You know how much, like, because your casual fan thinks Masvidal is this just BMF. You know what I mean? Like, you go out there and dominate him? Yeah. You gain a fan base. Again.
I'm gonna tweet Jorge right now.
Oh no.
Just on the off chance that he'll respond.
He's not.
And I'm just gonna ask him, what are you doing right now?
He's not gonna respond. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. He won't respond. But other than that, I think we covered everything. We talked about what we were drinking. next week, we'll probably talk about how we were both pretty wrong.
Third glass of whiskey, my bad.
So yeah, like I said, we'll review like how we were wrong and stuff. If you want to see anything else next week, just let us know. And other than that, I don't think I have anything other than I'll probably get some more American honey for the night.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let us know what you think about the fights. Definitely get back to us, engage with us. It's one of the biggest things that's missing right now from this podcast. We're getting views, we're getting subscribers. We need more engagement, communication and stuff between us and you all. Shout out to Oracle Plays for subscribing and watching us and leaving us some good comments and thumbs up and stuff like that. If you guys want to subscribe to his channel, he's a gamer. Is that one of your guys?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It is one of my
Did you
guys.
not even know that?
Yeah, I did. I saw him in the comments and stuff. I was like, man, shout out to my boy Garrett there. Shout out.
There you go.
I see you, man. Thank
there
you.
you go. And I have another shout out that I forgot last week. I have a buddy he has a YouTube channel called The Three of Us Minecraft. He's putting together some very highly produced, well done videos, mostly of the video game Minecraft. He also has this crashing simulator, but they're very interesting. They're narrated all the way through. Him and a few buddies are doing it. All guys in like their mid-30s are just now starting to play this game. But
that seems kind of funny.
it's very funny, and those guys are hilarious. And it's really fun to watch. I can't wait to see him blow up because he's going to blow up. Game.
I hope they just stink.
There's a few of them that are pretty good. That carry the others.
Not as funny.
But my buddy who does the editing and stuff like that, he's probably got the best sense of humor, and he knows how to kind of guide the conversation and stuff. So. Yeah, shout out to The Three of Us Minecraft. Go there, watch some videos, like, subscribe. He also has some crashing simulators. It's like this world of physics and things like that. They're pretty funny. They're quick videos. You'll get through them real fast, but they're fun to watch. So
if you've never had Wild Turkey American Honey, highly recommend, folks.
Yeah, one day maybe we'll sit down and talk with them. They'll sponsor the podcast, and then we'll feel like we're legit.
Big legit.
All right. Well, thanks for watching the Whiskey Weigh-In, and we appreciate you.
See you next week. Feeling pretty well. I feel like the setup is it makes it so much easier to talk.
Yeah, I mean, ever since we started back up.